looks like the stream is starting. And let's check on the CPU performance here. I'm just going to bring that over to this window. How are we doing? View. Ooh, 20% CPU. Things are working hard back here. Okay. Interesting. Who is doing all that work? CPU. Okay. OBS, working hard. Fair enough. All right. I'm just going to let that hang out in the background. I'll be sure to check the chat every once in a while. This is all, not entirely new to me, but I'm experimenting with Restream. All right. Let's see. Curious to see how this goes. All right, nice. It looks like it goes off to the different services. So yeah, I'm actually streaming on Twitch and my YouTube channel as well. So we'll see. Oh gosh, we have Inception going on here, and it's streaming Inception has gobbled my mouse. Time to move over to a different window. All right. Streaming Inception has gobbled my mouse. Actually, probably not. I'm going to mute this window. Go to the chat. Mute this window. Nice. That's fun to experiment. So oh, that's cool. Wow, look at this go. That is super duper silly Inception. And wow, look at this go. That is going to test the audio. What am I getting here? Silly Inception. And going to test the audio. What am I getting here? There we go. Check, check, check. Okay. That's fantastic. Let's not watch that anymore. And I muted that tab. Fantastic. Live and learn. Okay. So I have a few things on my to-do list that I would like to create for stream graphics. And I'm debating like how modular to make these. There's folks take a lot of different approaches and do anything from have your inset video and a title and a background and all this stuff sort of baked into one graphic, and then you sort of lay the live elements over it. That's a really good approach. Probably takes up less computer resources too to just deal with one image. You could break that into separate images, or you could do some of that work as images and some of that work in OBS itself. And currently I'm experimenting with that, where on the screen that you see right now, I have OBS actually is writing my name and the title of the stream in it using its text renderer, the GDI plus text renderer. And that seems to be working just fine. Although not every font was selectable and could succeed in rendering. Didn't look into why that was the case, but that's what ended up guiding my choice a little bit for which font I ended up going with. So let's see. I would like to, I think I'm going to focus on these key elements. I'm going to go with a stream is about to start. Let's finish this one. And yeah, what's wild here is so Canva that's the tool I'm working in, and it has templates for all kinds of things, and has um, uh, well, content that's licensed either for free use, free for any Canva user, because you can sign up for a free account, but you can do a paid account that gives you access to additional royalty free things as well. And that this little fun background video thing, I'll probably get tired of it at some point, but it's subtle enough where I think I'm just going to play with it right now. It's a fun place to start, and that's the thing with Canva, is that there's it doesn't leave you with a blank slate for long. Even if I go across the bottom here and I pick another, it's I launch another page in this layout, which is um, traditional HD resolution, 1920 by 1080. Well, traditional HD. There's been so many resolutions there, but what I think is the fairly common to be the current standard of HD resolution. And so it kicks off, it fills in the background for me. I can just click on things and all of a sudden it's adding stuff to the page. That's cool. I can go and look at other text treatments, and sometimes it takes a minute to render them. I can of course do a filter and search. Like I can just type fun, see what happens. Um, so then I'll add wow. Um, Gosh, all right. Looks very SpongeBobish. Newt. That's interesting font. Um, th- One thing that's really cool too with this is that there are a few of the like, if you get into playing with the Google web fonts, um, a few are by default in Canva, but they clearly have a license arrangement with some font archive, and throw in all kinds of other things in there, and that's nice. But if you're like, well, I want to use this on the screen and also in my other things, you may want to look around for something that, well, a font you already have the license for using wherever, or one of those unencumbered licensed Google fonts, and then pick one of those and bring that into. You can upload that. So there you go, right there. Upload a font, and pretty flexible. So what would I do with this? And all right, now I'm jumping around doing teaching stuff and not actually solving my problem at the moment, which is fine. But let's see. Working on welcome. Stream is about to start. I think that's a pretty good use case of a title. We will. I just want to separate this into two different text boxes. Whoops, and I scrolled away. All right. Go with something like that. Go up to create and play show. Let's see, we probably write that. Show up to create and play show. I'm going to divide this into three different boxes too. All right, let's see if anything's happening in chat, because I don't have any notification for that right now. And it's totally cool that it's quiet. I didn't pre-announce this at all. And I'm still working on building up an audience on Twitch and whatnot too. So, all right, let's jump away from that before too much of the stream inception happens, all the nested within nests. All right, show up to create. Create and play. this kind of treatment. Create and play. Oh, doot. Debating what go where. Try that. Ooh, wow, that is funky. So, hey everybody, why did that happen? Went to a totally pixelated font. Kind of cool. I would rather choose that on purpose instead of it showing up by accident. All right, show up to create and play. Oh. And we're not exactly aligned here, so there's going to be a little bit of adjustment. But for the first treatment, beep boop. That's not bad. All right. Every once in a while, I get a little bit of trouble. It's like there's selecting one thing and not another thing. It's not a perfect tool, but yeah, seriously, Canva is kind of bananas and impressive for what it does. How quickly. So yeah, you can tell my strategy here is to just get a bit of a flow to the text. And was there a space at the end of that? Ah, so your space is getting included in the width calculation, but okay. I think I need to say 2 again. Let's say that. Welcome to. And let's realign it. Like the rhythm before when welcome was bigger. Divide this up so it has some flow to it. Divide the default line heights and stuff. All right. Fallen. Don't fail me now. All right. How are we doing in the chat? Doing fine. All right. So let's see. Welcome to Rob Stenzinger's Show Up to Create and Play show. Stream is about to start. Today, this was not available, so it just started. But then we can do this. We can go bam, animate, and if you combine that with this background that plays, where did my animation go? Videos, text. If I click back into this and I click away. Huh. What throws me in animation mode and what throws me out of animation mode? More. No thanks. Uploads, photos, elements. What threw me out of animation mode, really? What happened there? So if I click. Okay, that's what the animation is called. All right, that confused me. So then block is the name of my animation. So if I want to mess with the animation, then. All right. So breathe is another approach. And yeah, fade. That's fine. That's solid. I like block. I think I'm going to go with block. But now I'm curious about drift. Oh, well, that's very drifty. Stomp. Stomp. Do I want to stomp? Am I showing up by stomping? I don't know. I don't know if that feels right. So, again, if I click on that, click on stomp. Stomp. Welcome to. Bam. You know, I might use that for a different pop. Bass line. Oh, so much bass. Tectonic. Ooh, Earth's crust metaphors. So neon. Very blinky. Scrapbook. That's kind of a okay. That's charming. No, it doesn't feel. That's pretty charming. All right, so block. Yeah, block fits the aesthetic so well. I'm keeping it. Okay, so we've got that one. So what's funny is there was a feature in Canva not too long ago. Oh, there it is. So if I show the pages or hide the pages, that's interesting. So if I hide the pages, I can change the title of this one. So this is let's see. Start stream. Or let's see, stream is about to start. Let's call it that. And then, well, if we like this pattern, boop, duplicated it. So then if I want to do, I think I want to do a simple be right back. So stream will continue. Stream will continue. After a short break. Be right back. BRB. Whoops. Yeah, that works. Right. Let's do a different animation. Ooh, wait, what was happening? Tumble? That's not as classy as scrapbook. All right, we're doing scrapbook for Be Right Back. Or, well, pop. All right, we're sticking with pop. Okay, fair enough. So you've got stream is about to start. Stream will continue. And let's see. I don't know how big I want this one, but I guess I can just start it whatever size makes, I have. Let's see. What do I want to say here? I want to say about or let's see. Yeah, is I don't know if this even makes sense, but I was thinking I want a card that is a just a who am I title card. And that's times where would I use this? I just had the idea and I captured the sticky note, but I was would it makes it's like would I don't currently have the scene set up in OBS to do the technical direction switching to this card, but I could see it being useful. All right, let's check on chat quick. And all right, we're doing fine. Things are quiet. Not a problem. All right, we've been on 20 minutes, so that's a pretty good test of stuff. All right, maybe it's time to switch gears and do the rest of the setup tests that I was looking to do. Oh gosh, we're in big time streaming inception. Time to switch away from that. Oh, doop. That's nice. Okay, so about the test. Oh gosh, yeah, I totally need to put on my headphones for this. One of the things I am testing is, wait for it. Ooh. Background audio. And, oh, what is the name of that tool? It is, BandLab. Yeah, so I used BandLab, the tablet version, to use the loop mixer, right? And that, they have a bunch of different packs, and you can just sort of play along and play around and curate a flow of rhythm and melody and clips and stuff. Depending on, I'm going to turn down my headphones a little bit. Okay, so yeah, depending on the pack, there you could have more percussive clips. You could have some melodic clips that are really performative or really busy or super mellow. It just it varies a lot. And the ones that I had a lot of fun with these different things. I'll be sure I can hear what I'm selecting up, because I may as well do a few tests. I need to set up my little stream deck thing, right, where instead of like a dedicated stream deck, I'm using an old Android phone that 3+ years ago I got for like $20, $25 off a large retailer's website, and it's doesn't run the current Android anymore, but it's pretty capable, and certainly capable enough to be a touchscreen for an app. And I am using, what is that thing called? As I look at the other monitor, it is UpDeck. That's fun. So UpDeck is it's trying to be sort of a scripter, someone interested in configuring stuff for automation kind of app, and making it pretty friendly. And I have barely scratched the surface, honestly, but I have created a few different buttons to be able to run different things. But one thing I want to do, so it's a little more elegant, is control with fades, right? But right now it's abrupt. So now I just start the next thing, and whatever volume the sound is, it just rolls in. So I've got a few different lo-fi things that I played around with in BandLab. All right, let me get that mouse back on this screen. And if you haven't encountered BandLab, and if you're interested in music at all, and especially if you've ever dabbled with things in the Cakewalk line of products family, stuff like, Cakewalk became Sonar after a while. I just got to do it. I'm going to grab something off my shelf here. Because, like, how could you not? This is Cakewalk Professional for Windows 3.0. This is when I started with Cakewalk. And it was only MIDI, right? So it was, a MIDI sequencer. You could compose stuff with software tools, or of course you could plug in MIDI hardware if you had an adapter that could support that. And all that. Oh gosh, and it was it did the job for the day. If you wanted a sort of digital audio workstation that dealt with wave sounds and whatnot. What did I use? It was called. It's escaping me. I needed the Turtle Beach sound card, and I don't know. It might come back to me, but yeah, I had these separate apps in order to make the audio work, and I don't remember if I could import or like how did I integrate those two worlds? Because it wasn't that easy, but eventually Cakewalk got capabilities to record audio and stuff, and became Sonar, and eventually someone bought them. I forget if it was Gibson maybe, and like famous guitar manufacturer Gibson, and eventually things didn't go well business wise, and somehow Cakewalk and Sonar stuff, all the the name and all the work got bought by a company, or bought by an individual who formed a company, BandLab, right? I don't know the whole history. It's a very successful or well-funded business person through, I forget if it's their family or their own successful things, but they certainly are doing pretty well because they have a whole chain of music stores and whatnot in Asia, and then did this too, which is fine. It's cool, makes sense, and I keep talking about it because BandLab was such an odd duck to me, where it was free. It's free, and it's like this super capable audio workstation that used to come in different levels of packages, right? You could get the sort of semi-pro home package for a few $100, but then if you spent more and more, you could do all the way do different kinds of work all the way up to like mixing surround sound movie soundtracks, synchronized with what is that SMTPE timing code and whatnot. Stuff I'd always read on packages, but never needed to do. So I could be misquoting, what have you, but wild, because it was always my impression of like, this is such a high-end fancy thing and it's free. What is going on? That's weird. And this whole company went beyond the desktop tools, and they built this whole web-based tool that is really capable. And they built like a mobile version of it as well, that I think there's some reuse here and there with the web technology, but as far as the screens and stuff, but there are things that aren't reused, because stuff like the soundboard, being able to mix loops, the loop mixer that's not in every version, right? It's not in the desktop version, it's not in the web version, but it is in the tablet for sure. Might be in the phone version, I'm not sure, but it's wild. So, and then like you can work on songs and ideas and play around with virtual instruments on all these different platforms, and then upload the work into the cloud, and potentially download your projects different places, but then you could share them, and it's got this sort of open source remixing thing to it as well, where you could say, yeah, this is my version of stuff with these loops, or this is something I totally created, or this is a cover song and I'm looking for a singer, or what have you, right? I mean, and so it's meant to encourage community and collaboration as well. I have barely scratched the surface of it, but it is, it's kind of wild. It's just, I'm blown away by it. And I'm like somewhat in awe of it, because this could become a giant time sink hobby if I let it, which I have. I'm just being pragmatic and sort of saying, well, I need some songs for streams or background in different podcast situations and whatnot. So I'll just go on like a specific mission to get some audio stuff created, and in some cases do very little of my own new composition, like and reuse loops, because that gets the job done quickly. And here we go, testing another one. And I just have a lot of respect for it. So if you almost any platform, you could make use of BandLab, but then the cakewalk aspect of BandLab is, that runs on Windows. So if you have that platform, there's a pretty awesome, free, powerful tool out there for you. What else? All right. So I am continuing to test and explore. I've got a couple more loops to test. I'm doing a local recording of this too, so I'm going to be able to go back and check right away. And I know I am streaming through Restream, so this should be going to my YouTube channel as well as Twitch. Beep boop. All right, where's my mouse? Let's see. We go to there. Things are good. Go check the chat. Things are good. It's all quiet. Just me in the lab testing stuff, and that's okay. Let's do a couple more sound checks. They all should be pretty consistent, straightforward. I had another idea. What I need to test. Gonna move a mat so I can roll my chair. Okay. And wrap that one up, and got one more. Woo. The upbeat one. This, I believe, was a set of K-pop loops. So a lot of variety. This is scratching the surface of the different kits that I played with too. So many packs, all free, downloadable. Check them out, play with it with the BandLab tools, and I suppose I could. That's a good excuse to play with BandLab, is to do some streaming to make some stuff, because this is a work session. This one's more of a test and dabble with a little bit of that Canva stuff in the beginning, but. Okay, so those were the loops I have prepared. And I think what I'm going to do next is, let's see how the streaming of the good old TurboGrafx works. And check out some Devil's Crush pinball. All right, so I'm at a different setup. And I am going to do, I think this is going to be my final test of the evening, I think. We'll see. All right. Let's get a few things set up and going. Got oh yeah, good old little TurboGrafx going on its attract screen demo mode. Getting a local monitor happening. And yeah, this is the real deal. This is a live TurboGrafx sitting on my desktop. And this old system, if you're not familiar, oh gosh, when did it come out? In roughly 1988 in the US. It's based on the PC Engine from Japan. That was some kind of collaboration with NEC and Hudson Soft. And they really made some games that had a lot of heart to them. And you might have you've probably have seen the Hudson Soft name in places like Bomberman. That's a pretty well-known game. Oh, gosh, I'm seeing a lot of blur. It's kind of weird. I wonder what that was about. I wonder if I need to restart my video capture card. That is kind of funky. So, welcome to the testing technology situation. That is a blurry. How about, let's see. So I'm looking at my screen settings for that card. I think it was, let's start, and I can just come back to me over here while I'm working on this. Let's see, new tab, commentary, doot. Game audio, live streaming. No, I don't need that stuff. So if I click on edit, well, that's about doing something after I captured it. Is there a way to hotkeys, capture settings? Okay, sharing, updates, advanced. Nope, that doesn't help. I wonder why it looks blurry. Huh. Let me check something. So it was the wires in the back of the machine, like analog RCA wires that just weren't plugged in tight enough. So super fun. Very analog solution to that issue. So let's do a quick test, and I'll jibber jabber a little bit about Devil's Crush. And let's see. So this is not what you'd call a realistic pinball game, and that's the point. Very much a fantasy of almost like, figurines, creatures. If characters in your, desktop gaming or, RPG collection of, tabletop stuff. Oh, please don't keep going through that castle. Could just come alive and take part in a pinball game. That's like what this is. Fairly self-explanatory, but oh gosh. So you've got this main board that's stacked sort of 3 screens high, and each section has kind of its main features, but like every one of them has these offshoots that you could end up going inside, where it becomes a bonus round. And then I forget what the rules are as far as cashing in. So you notice how I'm slowly collecting like an overall point multiplier. Depending on what you do, that gets cashed in. So I think if you lose a ball, it gets cashed in, and also if you go to a bonus thing, I forget. But, a minute ago, Oh gosh, I did it again. And so I did that. I went through the little castle tower, and I was able to create a castle tower block, for the lower flippers. And so it's a lot harder to lose a ball. That is one of my favorite way. Oh my gosh, I'm really all right. Get on up there, folks. Favorite ways to be able to keep earning points. But if you keep going through there, that little tower becomes one of the offshoot targets. And so I forget how many times it takes, but I'm close to it. If there's a little green arrow next time I see that tower, then I know that if the ball goes in there, that's it. It's disappearing to a bonus screen. And then my protection goes away and probably my bonus gets cashed in. So, mixed bag. Can do good things, getting a lot of points, but I want to keep that tower. All right. I am a huge fan of the soundtrack of Devil's Crush. I've heard cover songs of it, which I do love video game cover songs overall, but there's something about the composition that, it has, decent, strong hooks. There we went. Bonus round. Oh no. Okay, come on. Okay. Oh no. I need to destroy the clay pots. That's what I need to do. And it's these soldiers are like the guardians. Oh no, don't. All right. That soldier will get back up, but right now, oh no. Seriously. Come on. You can tilt the game too. Oh, dude. Oh, come on. But you can get some stuff done when those. Oh, you can't. Please go to sleep. Nope. Yes. Come on. Yes. All right. So I don't know how many of these. Oh, come on. 3 pots left, and I would have had a full. Lots more points from that screen. But oh well. I have another green arrow going into there. So does that mean I'm getting in? I'm off to a bonus instantly again? What happens here? Oh yeah, and of course, no, the dragon's playing. Oh. Bust enough eggs, the dragon says, all right, guess what? I'm a bonus screen now. So, okay. And the fire comes out, and the fire pushes the ball around. So, that gets in the way. Oh, yeah. The armored lady turns into an armored lizard lady, which is awesome. Not to spoil. Oh, come on. All right. How am I doing on timing here? All right. It's time to wrap this up. I don't want to be pessimistic here and assume this ball is going to drain quickly or something and, my game will be over. Oh, come on. Almost. That's the third screen. I want to show you what the third screen is, but I haven't made it up there. I mean, these are all fine. There's plenty to do, but that's the real action is I want to go up there. That's like if they made a pinball game out of that, the Def Leppard video for Rock of Ages. There's a bunch of monks and stuff, and you get to bust up their situation with the pinball, and I want to do this. All right, come on. I do, that's not bad also. Come on. I love the ooh-hoo-hoos. The same skeleton guardians that were guarding those little clay pots that would break that I almost got the whole bonus screen. Oh, come on. I'd never showed you the magical monk party up at the top. Oh, well. There's always other streams. But, for as many years as I played this, I am very hot and cold. I don't think I rank in anywhere near. Boom! Extra ball. Okay, this is destiny. We're going to the monks. Oh, seriously. I'm having controller issues. Left flipper. Seriously. This is what I would make fun of friends when they would be like, it's the controller. And we, playing multiplayer games and whatnot, and sitting on couch co-op. There's a lot of kinds of talk that occurs. But, oh my God. And the controller did it. That went from fate to payback for me talking trash about people complaining about controllers. I'm going to have to get out my other controller next time I stream. So thankfully, TurboGrafx, I have, well, all right. I have a few controllers because that was also like one of the first home systems that had, so like what, 4 or 5 player, for simultaneous, multiplayer. And that, it was just so awesome. It is awesome. And I'm really grateful that my TurboGrafx is up and running. And all right, I'm switching back. All right. And that's funny. So I think I was streaming on me that entire time. That is funny. What a blooper. What a blooper. So that is almost like Theater of the Mind radio prank. Silly times. Wow. Anyway, I'll go back and see how the recording turns out. But this was a lot of fun. I hope you check this out. You have any thoughts or feedback what I'm working on here? Thoughts about Canva, if that's working for you, or if something I shared was helpful. BandLab. That was good to talk about. I'll have to talk about that again. And of course, I'm going to revisit this TurboGrafx. Because that's the whole point, is like I'm going to be here doing a bit of playing, doing a bit of work session, mixing it up. And visiting via stream time. So thank you for hanging out. See you again soon.